I had this video, and it's probably going to be short, but I wanted to speak about the fact that people's you have to be consistent in your thinking. And the thing is, when you catch an inconsistency, you have to go back and ask yourself, why is this inconsistent right here? Right? So I was watching a video, and this girl was talking about the fact that she had multiple abortions, right? And I don't know how many it was. I think it was high though, right? And then I'm looking at some of the comments. One lady said, I had 12. Another one, I had 5. I had 8, right? So in the comments, they're talking and they're like, well, you could say don't judge you all you want, but I'm a judge because why are you over here treating abortions like why are you over here treating abortions like birth control? You have to ask yourself this. Because a lot of people in the comments they were like, oh, you're a murderer, you this, you that, you this, you that. Um, when does a woman that has abortions become a murderer? At 5? If you are calling this person a murderer, is murder you have to ask yourself, what is the definition of murder? And if murder means that you've taken a life, you do not become a murderer when you hit 5, right? Right? You become a murderer as soon as you take a life. Correct. So that would mean 1. But a lot of people are giving excuses for 1 murder. Basically, that's what they're saying. But 5 is too much. 8 is too much. 9 is too much. 12 is too much. But you gave an excuse for 1 while still calling the other abortions murder. And you have to ask yourself, either 1 is okay, 6 are okay. If you make 1 okay, you have to make 10 okay. If you make 1 okay, you have to make 50 okay. If you make 1 okay, you have to make 100 okay. You cannot contradict yourself because when you tell a woman that she is a murderer for having 5 abortions, but you're just okay with 1, you are contradicting yourself. And I really want people to ask themselves, like, okay, why do you have such a problem with a high number when you're still calling it murder? This is the thing. You have to ask yourself, why has society become so hell bent on making people feel comfortable with something that people also consider to be murder, right? So much so that they have changed the name and people get confused on what a fetus is. We don't know the definitions of things anymore because we like to make ourselves feel comfortable. We don't want to say that a fetus is an unborn child. Mind you, unborn. It has not been born yet, but child is still there. The word child, unborn child. If you are taking the life of a child, regardless of how big it is, you are still taking its life. But mind you, for the people that have had abortions, it God will forgive you. God will forgive you. There is nothing so horrible in this world that God will not forgive you for, but He will not tolerate you continuously doing it. It's almost like it's like having a friend that you can forgive your friend for doing you wrong, right? We can forgive our friends for doing us wrong and betraying us, but it comes to a point where you're like, okay, you are no longer. You might have said sorry to me, you might have done me wrong, and I might forgive you, but you're actively not trying to change, right? We have to change our mindsets when it comes to abortion because we have allowed the world to tell us that this thing is right when it's not. You are not only, you have to think about it like this. There are so many people that have impacted your life right now that you would not be who you are without these people. Think about it. Your grandmother, your father, your best friend, your teacher. These are all people that have been very important to helping you become who you are today. And the thing about abortion, it wipes it wipes out potential. It wipes out so much potential. There's so many friends that we have not met because of abortion. There are so many teachers that you have not met. And there are so many families that have not been created because people are taking these children out before they even get the chance to be here. Because of what? Because of selfishness. And this is the thing, you can tell people all day long, okay, they're like this. I should be able to have abortion because it's my right. If you feel like, because I can't take care of my kids right now, if you feel like you can't take care of your children, why are you having sex in the first place? Because legitimately, you think it's a right to have sex and do what you want, just like you think it's a right to take the life of a child. It's not your right. Regardless of how much you change your words, it's not your right to take the life of your child just because they become inconvenient to your life. It's not your right. It's not your right whatsoever. And I wish people would understand that because people will say all up and down. You can do what you want. I can have sex with who I want, when I want, where I want. The thing is this, the Bible is so important because we need morals. Because without morals, everybody has their own set of morals on what they think is or is not right. And it's based on the things that they have gone through and what they feel like in the moment. And sometimes what they just feel like doing. We need something higher than ourselves. That's why we have the law. Because if we did not have law in the natural, we have law, we have police, we have lawyers, we have all types of things that when we come out of line with the morals that are in this world, we get in trouble. The same is true with God. So you can't agree with the police system because if you this is how I know you agree with the police system. If someone was to come into your house right now, what are you going to do? You're going to call the police. My phone's about to die. Lord, you are going to call the police. Why? Because you believe this person has intruded on your right to be safe in your own house. The same is true when God puts certain parameters in here. God told us not to fornicate. As hard and as much as I know most people enjoy sex, it's understandable. We enjoy a lot of food. We enjoy entertainment. We enjoy things that are pleasing to our bodies. But the thing is, with us being so all over the place with sex and I can do what I want. I can have sex with who I want. God put it between man and woman, man and wife for a reason. Legitimately, man and wife for a reason. Because if you're married, if you're about to have your first child, even though y'all knew what y'all were doing, y'all could have been planning a child. The fear still comes because it's un, uncharted territory. Anytime you're going into uncharted territory, there is going to be a little bit of fear there. Even if you go and you know what you're about to sign up for. There's going to be a level of fear because you're going into the unknown. A lot of people feel like the unknown, the fear alone is justification to be able to get rid of their children when it's not. That is not your right. Just like if you have a 2-year old and it becomes inconvenient for you to have that 2-year old, it is not your right just because you are feeding them every day and housing them every day to get rid of them because they are inconvenient. It's not your right. And the devil has taken out so many lineages through abortion, and people don't see it. People don't see it. We have taken out, there's so many friends that you have not met because their grandmother was aborted in 1952, 1988. There's so many, there's inventions that have not been created because the invention died with the person that it was supposed to be with. There's certain people that were supposed to help you out. You have not been helped out by because they were not here to help you out because somebody took them out because of fear, because they felt like they had the right to take their life. That's not true. That's not right. You know, like I said, God can forgive you for anything. That's why Jesus came and died for us because there is forgiveness for any and every single body, but you have to ask yourself, there are contradictions when you say that somebody is nasty and a murderer for having 5 abortions, but one is okay. None are okay. If I say I have 5 children, but I wanted to murder one so I could feed the rest of my children, I'm wrong. And what happens to me? I go to jail. But there's been so many things that have been put in our face because the devil wants you to kill your children. Not only does he want to send you to hell, he wants your children to not be able to come here and affect the people that he's supposed to be affecting, he or she. So if you are pregnant right now, or you have come across this video and you're like, I'm pregnant, I'm scared, do not get rid of that child. I'm married, I still get scared. I still get scared. I'm allowed to have children. We are good. I still get scared. You lay down, you know what you're doing. I still get scared. I've talked to my married friends. Oh, especially if it's your first child, of course you're gonna be scared. But you have to remember, just because you feel that fear does not mean you're not supposed to continue and go on with the pregnancy or what you're about to do. Just because you feel that fear. So many children have lost their lives. For one, a lot of women sleep with men that do not want them, they just want their body. And that's why God says, make sure you get married before you have sex. Mind you, throughout this life, me, myself, I have not been perfect. And the thing about sex is this: a lot of people feel like they're going to be able to handle it when it comes. You can't put yourself in certain situations, right? And the world has been made it very comfortable. One thing my grandma told me years ago, she was like, God don't like shacking. And I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong with living with your boyfriend, right? What's the problem with that? The thing is this: you 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 can live with somebody and not have sex with them. But if you're attracted to this person, it's not wise. You're not putting yourself in a wise situation, right? And I'm not saying to go out and live with your boyfriend. It's not right. No, I'm just gonna say it's not right, just straight up. But you're not putting yourself in a wise situation. So this thing, like, we have these people that are not in a covenant together by God. And then they have these children. You have children with people that are supposed to be temporary in your life. And you have children with people that are supposed to be temporary in your life. And so you don't have to keep this temporary person around. You think about it like this: let me get rid of the tie that's formed between us. Let me get rid of the tie, which is the child. It's not right regardless, right? I'm going on a rant right now because I was so aggravated by the contradictions in the thing. And I see I'm starting to repeat myself. So I'm just gonna end this here. I appreciate y'all for listening. Adios.